Hi, I'm JC Bander on the Learning and Development team, and I'm joined by Kenny Johnston, Senior Director of Product Ops here at GitLab. And today we're going to be talking about the career development and specifically the product team's career development framework. So Kenny, I was wondering if you could tell us about what the career development framework or CDF is and how it's used.
Yeah, great. The career development framework it kind of comes in the form of a Google spreadsheet, but it's a document that we share with team members and we kind of regularly update it. That's meant to facilitate a how are you doing in your job conversation. It covers what we consider to be the 3 or 4 primary skill areas for product managers: validation track activities, build track activities, business activities, and communication skills. And we have a set of topics that we discuss in each one, and it gives us a nice structure for evaluating and giving team members regular feedback. We try to do them every 6 weeks, so it's pretty cool. The documents come in this form of a Google Sheet with each one of those categories and kind of commentary from their managers, and you can really see the progress as you go because you get a kind of check-in every 6 weeks. And then we use those to facilitate, well, how are we going to improve in this area and continue to grow in that area? And so, yeah, it's a really useful tool that we use within the product organization to facilitate regular kind of how are you doing in your job check-ins, performance check-ins.
That's awesome. So what really prompted putting this into place?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. At GitLab, we had historically had the yearly check-ins, and we used a kind of complex mathematical sheet for doing that when I started. But Scott, our CPO, brought this career development framework structure with him, and we kind of quickly attached to it, made some adjustments for the GitLab way. But yeah, it's been a big hit since then. It's really much better way, and it's a way to do what we would normally do in a performance evaluation on a yearly basis much more frequently.
Definitely. That's awesome. So what results have you seen as a result of using the career development framework?
Yeah, it's funny, we always give team members feedback regularly. And so there's lots of just immediate feedback provided, but it's kind of that medium term, not what's your long-term career goal, but how are you progressing in terms of building your skill sets that are required for someone in your position. And so that is a great result. It also helps people target like, how am I doing and how am I progressing towards whatever my next step would be, whether that's a promotion or readiness for a different role. We can kind of see if team members are sustaining at high levels of performance in their current role. That gives you a good indication that they're moving into the next one. And it also is a great way to have the dialogue about, hey, there's always ways that any individual can improve. We all want to hear about how we can improve across different areas, but it also gives you a good guidance for saying, yes, you might need some improvement here, but you're already doing really well there. And this is the place where, is maybe the highest priority for you to focus on your performance and development over the next quarter. We also typically spurn from the CDF conversation every 6 weeks, keep track of an issue that kind of says, here's the actions that I think will help facilitate you improving your performance in, maybe it's communication. And so it allows the manager and the team member to have a good, open, ongoing dialogue about that kind of performance in between CDF reviews.
That's really cool. I love that it creates the ongoing dialogue.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you're hoping to achieve with using the CDF?
No, but I will point out that I've mentioned short-term, medium-term, and long-term. We also have a kind of totally separate long-term career goal. That's, me acting as or managers acting as the coach for their team members, not necessarily evaluating performance. And we try to separate those two conversations, right? We don't want the CDF review to be part of your regular one-on-one, which is meant to be a place where you can ask questions and kind of have that time be the team members. The CDF we try to do every 6 weeks, and then we try to facilitate longer term kind of, are you reaching the goals and building the skills that you want career-wise here at GitLab, and how is GitLab helping you achieve your career goals? And we try to keep those separate. So it's important to remember that while it's called the career development framework, we don't actually use it for that kind of longer term career planning. We have a totally separate process for that.
Awesome. That's really cool. Well, those are the questions that I had for you today about the career development framework. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. I think this is going to be really helpful for GitLab managers that are looking to help their team members grow in their career here at GitLab too.
Awesome. Thanks, JC.